Assalamu alaikum students. Hope so you are all fine. Today we have to do page number 116 and 117 of chapter 5, which is food chains and webs. Let's start from food web. Yesterday we have studied the definition of food web, which is a network of interconnected food chains is known as food web. So here you can see these food chains can be linked to form a food web. There are different kind of food chains. This is a food chain 1, 2 and 3. When we are joining these three food chains which we have studied in our yesterday lecture, we can get a food web. Why this is called web? Because it is in the form of network. From here to here, here to here, like this. As these food chains are connected in the form of networks, so these are called web or food web. Like a food chain, a food web shows the food relationships among different organisms and how energy is transferred through these organisms in the form of food. It also shows predator prey relationships. In the food web above, the praying mantis is the predator of the grasshopper. So, this is predator of grasshopper, but it is the prey of both the lizard and toad. One time it is predator and this is prey, and secondly it is prey, and both of these are predator. The diagram shows that in food web one organism can be predator and prey at both times. So here you can see an other food web which is present on page number 116 of your book. Here you can see producers are acacia tree and grass, and primary consumers are giraffe, impala, zebra. They are feeding on these producers, and these primary consumers are eaten by lion, leopard and cheetah. These three can be eaten by lion, and these two can be eaten by leopard, and these two can also be eaten by cheetah. So here cheetah is predator, these are prey, leopard is predator, these are prey, lion is predator and these are prey. So in different food webs, different organisms will be predators or prey. So if there are more zebras in the grassland, there are a number of lot of zebras are present in grassland, there will be more food for the lions to feed on, because these are prey and these are predator. So as a result, more lions will survive and reproduce, and the population of lions will increase because they have large food to eat. That's why they will increase in number. This will cause more zebras to be eaten. Fewer zebras will therefore survive and reproduce. With fewer zebras to eat, the population of lions will start to decrease. Why? Because when they become fewer, they will have small amount of food and they will start to die. However, lions do not only eat zebras, they also eat other herbivores such as impalas. Any change in the population of lions will therefore affect the populations of these herbivores. If they are large in number, they will be smaller because these are food. And if they are fewer in number, they can live happily. Any the changes in the populations of these herbivores will in turn affect the populations of their other predators such as leopard and cheetahs, as well as population of producers. So increasing or decreasing of one organism in food web can affect other organism. That's why this is called food web, because it is interconnected, they have linked with each other. That's why they are called as in the form of a network or web. So students, we have done explanation of page number 116 and 117 from your book. Now what you have to do, you have to learn these three questions from your notes. Question number 9 is give an example of a food web. So answer is on page number 116, figure 5.6. This figure will be answer of this question. Define predator prey relationship. A relationship in which an organism is dependent on other organism for its food. For example, this organism depend on this organism, so it will be prey and it will be predator. Give an example that how a number of prey limits the number of predator and the number of predators limit the number of prey. Just we have stated the example of zebras and lion. So if there are more zebras in the grassland, there will be more food for the lions to feed on. As a result, more lions will survive and reproduce, and the population of lions will increase. This will cause more zebras to be eaten. Fewer zebras will therefore survive and reproduce. With fewer zebras to eat, the population of lions will start to decrease. However, lions do not only eat zebras, they also eat other herbivores such as impalas. Any change in the population of lions will therefore affect the populations of these herbivores. The changes in the population of these herbivores will in turn affect the populations of their other predators, such as leopards and cheetahs, as well as the populations of producers. So these were total 3 questions which you have to learn, and we have done explanation of page number 116 and 117 from chapter 5. If you have any kind of question or problem, you can ask me. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.